Welcome to 2020. Let the excitement begin. Convocation is a Friendswood tradition built on Friendswood beliefs that relationships and being together to share life at the start of a school year is important. Relationships and community are not canceled. Not now, not ever. We come together to look in each other's eyes and see that it is okay and that we are bound together for something special this year. Even if we are not in the same room together, we still know that Spirit goes across our 6 campuses and what will drive us forward. Together. That is a word that Corona has attempted to take from us. Everything about Corona is separation, distancing, masking, no hugs, no handshakes, no gatherings, politicizing of actions, conflicting recommendations, the things we have missed. My son graduated from Coast Guard A School and I couldn't be there. You all have the same stories. If we let it, we will separate. But not for us. That is not who we are. That is not what we do. We figure it out. We will find ways to put protocols in place to be safe, but continue to rise together and pull together to do something historic. For together, we are mighty. It will take harder work than we have ever done before. This has not been a restful summer. We have worked every day and into the weekends on protocols and changes only to wad them up and throw them away when something new comes. You have done the same thing, and it will be messy this fall. Many of you doing things you have not chosen. We know it is not perfect, but that is okay. Let me say it again. It's not going to be perfect, but that is okay. It will take creativity and innovation, but this is what you are famous for. It's what makes Friendswood's teachers and staff heroes in the eyes of our children. I will not ever forget speaking with seniors this spring on a Zoom call and asking them what was important to them as we closed out the school year. There were 2 things: in-person graduation and being able to go back and see their current and former teachers one more time. Not prom, not senior field day, not any of those other things. Those are the eyes we look into as we move toward the fall of 2020, whether they are virtually on a screen or in person in a classroom. Education is a higher calling now than it has ever been. It is changing and is reverting back to the importance placed on public education by the likes of Abraham Lincoln and John Adams. Doctors, families, the CDC, communities, parents can clearly see the importance all of you play from their experiences and what they see when school is not part of the day of a child. It's clear you play a critical, essential role. Not a place for kids to go so I can go to work. It's a safe place, a developmental key for growth, a place where a group of those dedicated to things much bigger than themselves will pour in love, accountability, and skills that can't be done anyplace else. You have maybe read or seen some of the comments about teachers being off all summer, needing half pay if virtual, and other totally out of line pieces. That's what happens. 1 or 2 negatives get all the light. But that's not my experience. Not my experience in this community at all. I go lots of places, attend lots of functions, speak, receive many email communications, and connect with many parents, community members, all spring and summer. And there is tremendous support for the education in Friendswood and the frontline workers in the trenches with both our virtual and in-person students. The night after I was named superintendent in Friendswood, when we were supposed to be celebrating and having high times about all the great things about being a superintendent in Friendswood, and believe me, there's a lot of them, my dad and I had a talk over a shrimp boil in his garage. My dad is a man deeply committed to the idea that Friendswood has a much bigger purpose than to provide a place to live. He sees big pictures. He looked at me very seriously and said, "Thad, you're going to go through some really hard things, very hard. You and the team you put together will be challenged. It's important that you remember this is not a job. It's a calling for all of you, because you are going to wonder, but hold firm, there is a plan." That has been our calling. And if you have just joined us, that is now yours. Not sure if any of you are Yellowstone fans, but just as Lloyd says, some of us are born willows and some of us are born oaks. That's just the way it is. We all know that in Friendswood, we are oaks. We do hard things here and we do them together because that is our calling. They don't separate or defeat us. In fact, they refine us. We know how to make the cold our friend. We do eclipses, floods, freezes, hurricanes, tropical storms, and now pandemics. I challenge you, when you walk into the door or log on to Zoom each morning, when you find yourself frustrated with me, with principals, with parents, during this unforgettable year of 2020, when you feel afraid or disillusioned or overwhelmed, that you remember you are here for this. You are a Mustang this year for a reason. I totally believe it and wake up each morning committed to it and can't wait to see what is to come. We have to work together to bring in protocols that have never been done before on a school campus. We need to be examples to students and to each other in wearing our masks, honoring those things that are drastic changes to what we know as school and work in an effort to allow in-person instruction to continue to provide accountability to kids and to each other in the name of not returning back to a semester of virtual instruction. Protocols and corona procedures are going to take a major role in the training in the weeks ahead. But remember that our core values don't lie within those. It is our call to action, our goals, and our beliefs in FISD. Those are the North Star. Corona does not cancel any of that. In fact, it makes them more important now than ever before. What will it take? Grace, space, and understanding. That is how we stay together in the middle of the noise. Together, we are mighty because of you.